Hey there, it's Tristan Larson, and I have this book here. It's called Traffic Secrets. This guy's made a little over $100 million with his company, and I want to teach you what you can learn from this book about marketing a restaurant. Now, this guy right here, Russell Brunson, we have a couple mutual friends, is known as one of the most successful marketers in the world. He sold something like $6 million from stage in an hour, which is absolutely insane. He has a company that does hundreds of millions of dollars, and I believe he's in his late 30s. Now, this book teaches everything he's learned about marketing, and here's a couple things that you can take away from this book when it comes to marketing your restaurant. Now, number one, and that is owning your traffic. Now, what do I mean by owning your traffic? I mean owning your customer. Now, in the old days when you would use radio or you would use, all these kind of older traditional platforms, you'd pay a newspaper company, they'd put out an ad, and then you'd have to pay for a new ad. You did not own that customer when you sent out that newspaper ad. Today, there's so many strategies to own your customer. Email marketing is a way to own your customer. Messenger marketing is a way to own your customer. Building up your Facebook Messenger list. If you don't know what Facebook Messenger is, Google Facebook Messenger list. And going ahead and building up your Facebook page, building up your following. These are all ways to own your traffic. So that's number one, is own the customer. Build up your email list. Build up your messenger list. You can actually send people a message directly from Facebook Messenger to all your fans on your list using Facebook. So those are two strategies right there to own your customer. Number two, in this book, he says the most successful marketing strategies he's ever learned have been by building affiliates, getting affiliates. Now, you already know what an affiliate is, even if you don't think you already know what it is. When someone comes to your restaurant and they tell all their friends about you, and then they come to your restaurant, that person is an affiliate. That person is selling your restaurant without you even paying them to tell their friends about it. They just tell their friends about you because they had a great experience. So building affiliates, building advocates, there's a couple different strategies where you can intensify this. You can create word of mouth on steroids by creating advocates. And a couple different strategies to create advocates. Number one is you can actually get foodies, people who are food influencers on Instagram, people who try food in your city for fun, and you can get them to promote you for free. What you do is you message them on Instagram and you offer them free food. Or what you could actually do is host something called an influencer event. Now, an influencer event is where you get together a bunch of local food influencers. These are people with food Instagram pages. And you get them all together in a room and you put out some food and you let them network with each other and talk to each other, and you serve them free food. Now, number three, by the way, to go back a little for a second there, when you do this with these food influencers, they post you on their social media, they post you on their Facebook, they post you on their Instagram, they post you on their Instagram story, and this creates word of mouth. This creates virality because their followers are likely local people. Number three, another way to create affiliates is incentivize people to check in or share pictures of your food on Facebook. Give people something very small in exchange for them going ahead and taking pictures of their food, posting it on Facebook, or checking in on Facebook, or you could even do this with Instagram. Give them something very small. Give them a free dessert. Give them a free appetizer. When people come to your business, incentivize, especially at the beginning of your business, incentivize them. Give them something for free for promoting you. Now, marketing, it costs money, right? You could pay something like $50 to reach 5,000 people. Well, imagine if you could give a free dessert, which costs you $2 in food cost, give that away for free in exchange for them promoting you to all of their friends, and all their friends, they're what's called a warm audience. A warm audience is someone who is familiar with you. So if someone is telling their friends about you, we all agree that word of mouth is the most powerful form of marketing. Everyone would agree with that, right? A friend telling another friend is powerful. Imagine one person telling all their friends. That's what happens when someone posts about you on social media, posts about you on Facebook. So you can incentivize them doing it, posting about you, by giving them something very small in exchange for promoting you. So that's number 2. That's creating affiliates. Now, the fourth part of creating affiliates is a little bit of a different strategy, and that's actually reworking your menu or creating menu items specifically designed to go viral. Now, here's what I mean by that. There's a lot of brands that actually have started creating menu items specifically for the purposes of taking photos of them. And there's many ways to work this strategy. You can create specific menu items that are, crazy, right? For example, rainbow pizza, like making a pizza rainbow. That's an example of something that goes viral, that people like to post on their stories. Something that's really unique and interesting. Create some type of menu item that is so unique and interesting, people want to share it with all their friends. People want to take a picture and say, hey, did you see this crazy food item I got? It could be one item on your menu, 2 or 3. It could just be a couple menu items. Number 5 is create some type of selfie area or photo area within your business. Now, this specifically works for some markets better than others. For example, if you're in LA, Los Angeles, then this is going to work better than if you operate in, say, the middle of nowhere. Because people, they're more inclined to take photos, and especially in an environment like LA, people love taking photos in LA. But create some type of selfie station. You can Google selfie station and set one up in your restaurant. Have people go ahead and take pictures in front of the selfie station. Now, the third thing I want to talk about is the actual process when it comes to bringing in a new customer. You want to have an actual process. One of the most successful people in the entire world, Elon Musk, whenever he's starting a new business, he always starts that business, or anything in general actually, with principles. There are certain principles in life and in business that are universal principles. These principles apply to everything we do. And if you don't have the right principles when you're doing something, no matter what you're doing, then you're not going to be successful, because if there's a certain principle that dictates the success of what you do and you're not following that principle, then you're not going to achieve success. Now, one of the principles is you want to have a process, a system for turning a stranger into a paying customer. And there are 4 steps to turning a stranger into a paying customer. Number 1 is awareness, right? Getting someone to know you exist. And one of the things he talks about is when you're trying to get awareness, there's different levels of awareness. Let me give you some examples. Some people, they are aware of the problem you solve. So everyone is aware that they get hungry. That's a problem everyone is aware of. Everyone is aware that I'm craving Italian food. You're aware of that problem, but they might not be aware that you exist. So say I love Italian food and I see an ad and you're speaking to me and I already love Italian food, then your ad is going to be pretty persuasive to me. Now, let's just say I don't know if I like Italian food or not because I've never had it before. And this works specifically for Vietnamese food or more of an exotic restaurant, right? Say I have no idea, I've never tried your type of food. Like Greek, I've had Greek like a couple times. I'm not really that familiar with Greek food, right? If I'm not that familiar, what you have to do is you have to educate me. The way you speak to me is different depending upon my level of awareness. If I know you exist and I've already eaten at your restaurant before and I'm a warm audience, then the way you speak to me is very different, right? You could give me one reason to come into your business and I'll be there right away because I've had a great experience in the past, right? Now, if I've heard of you, but I've never tried you before, it's going to be harder to get me in the door. So know when you're creating marketing campaigns, you want to speak to different types of people different ways, right? And then the next step after awareness is engagement. And that means getting people to take an action, capturing their mind share. You have so many thoughts going on in your head 24/7. You see a million things every day. We are inundated by ads every day. What ads catch our attention? The ads that capture our mind, that capture our thoughts, that get us to sit down and take some time to think about what I'm seeing. And a great way to do this is run a giveaway. Show videos, right? Create very interesting videos. Do a challenge. Get people involved. Ask people to comment. These are all ways to engage people, to capture mind share, because they sit down, they take time, they take an action, and that action creates a thought in their brain. And it's the repetition of that action that drills into their head. This is called the mere exposure effect. The mere exposure effect means the more you see something, and this is McDonald's strategy, by the way, the more likely you are to want to try whatever you're seeing, right? This is what McDonald's does. That's why McDonald's has billboards everywhere. When you're driving down the road and you see all these McDonald's billboards everywhere you go, it's because they want to be omnipresent. They want to be right in front of your face, capturing your mind. And there's many ways to capture someone's mind. Now, the next thing is getting someone to subscribe. Once you've owned your audience, you've ran some campaigns, and you have a list, whether it's email list or messenger list, now you want to get 6 to 8 touches, because it takes 6 to 8 touches to turn a stranger into a paying customer. I mean, just ask yourself, the car you bought, how many times did you see that car before you bought it? How many times did you think about that brand before you bought it? So many times, right? Same thing with a restaurant. Usually before you try something, especially nowadays with so many options, you want to sit down and you want to see all the options before you take an action. You want to see that same business many times before you take an action. 6 to 8 touches. Now the final step is conversion, which means getting someone to actually come to your business and pay money, right? Which is our goal, obviously. But you want to incentivize people. You want to give them a reason. There's something in the human brain called the reason respecting bias. It means we're more likely to do something if we have a reason for doing it, right? You're not going to do something without a reason usually. So if you give someone a good reason to come into your business, some type of offer, that could be naming certain days of the week, naming Tuesday Taco Tuesday, Wednesday Wine Wednesday, Thursday Thank You Thursday, Sunday Kids Eat Free Sunday, giving some type of offer to get people in the door. Sometimes this can be a really hard offer. This could be something really big. Sometimes it could be really small. Sometimes it could just be trying to get someone to take an impulsive action, right? Like click a link to purchase right now because the picture you're using is so high quality and the photo of whatever you're serving looks so delicious that they'll take an impulsive action and they'll click that link. But putting that link there is going to lead to a conversion, especially when it comes to online ordering. So those are 3 things you can take away from this book, Traffic Secrets. Now, if you love marketing like I do, I would suggest you buy this book. Now, if you're a restaurant owner and you don't feel like buying a book, in fact, you don't even have time to manage your own marketing, or you would like someone to help you manage your marketing, that's what my company does, Recipe for Revenue. If you'd like to have a conversation, I'm always open to talking to new people, new ambitious restaurant owners. You can click the link down below to go ahead and schedule a call with me. I'm also going to leave a link down below for a restaurant Facebook group, exclusive Facebook group. I'm building right now. I want to build a community of restaurant owners who can help each other, support each other, no spam, no sales messages, anything like that. Just people in this group helping each other, building each other up, building a community. So I'd love to have you join that. Now, I hope this video was valuable. You may have seen this video if you're on my email list. And I appreciate you watching to the end. If this was valuable, like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.